I hauled 100 tons of industrial chili peppers and flipped the truck on purpose. Watching the crowd rush in to loot it, I knew my plan had worked. All because 9 years ago my dad flipped his truck on this exact road. It wasn't until later that I found out it was no accident. This time my truck looked like it was just carrying regular chili peppers. But it was actually industrial-grade chilies, tens of millions of Scoville units. I deliberately pulled over a few kilometers from the village. The next second, an old man in plain clothes walked up. "Hey, young man, where are you headed with all those chili peppers?" "Delivering to a 5-star restaurant in Jinzhou." The old man busted out laughing. This guy, I'd seen him 9 years ago when I came to collect my dad's body. Back then, if he hadn't blocked the road and deliberately rerouted my dad through Xiaohe village, my dad would have never gotten hurt. His face lit up with greed. There's a long stretch of highway under construction up ahead. I know a shortcut on the back road. I live in Xiaohe village. Right on the way. Give me a lift? The old man glanced back at the massive load of red chilies on my truck, and his smile got a whole lot warmer. He figured, locals here love their spice, and this was peak season for sun-drying chilies. Once this truck passed through Xiaohe village, all they had to do was set it up ahead of time, and my truck wasn't making it through. The whole family scores a free truckload of chilies. Something for nothing. Classic. He had this whole playbook memorized. Because he was the village's designated bait man. The guy who lured trucks into passing through. The truckers he'd scammed? Too many to count. But he had no idea I'd been ready for this the whole time. Before I even showed up, I'd already worked out a plan with another victim's family member. I'd be the one to drive the truck and flip it, and my buddy Shu would handle gathering the evidence. Well, thanks a lot. Hop in, sir. Old man Zhao climbed into my truck like he'd done it 100 times. The second he was in, he quietly pulled out his phone and fired off a text, telling the other villagers to get ready to block the road. Once that was done, he started chatting me up to get me to let my guard down. "Hey kid, what kind of chili pepper is this anyway? Never seen it before." "Fancy packaging? Honestly, not sure. Might be some new variety. The shipper just said it was expensive stuff." He had the wrong idea though. The thick, hard packaging didn't mean it was high-end. It meant the stuff was dangerous. Had to be sealed up completely airtight. Because the capsaicin in these was 100 times stronger than regular chilies. Not meant for eating. Used to make biopesticides, cable anti-corrosion coatings, and tear gas. Seriously dangerous stuff, which was exactly why I chose this cargo. The more potent, the better. That's what gets the job done. Old man Zhao's head was full of schemes about how to cash in once the truck flipped. He never even noticed that the truck had hazardous materials spray-painted on the side in big, bold letters. The truck rolled into Xiaohe village fast. And right then, old man Zhao suddenly said he wanted out. "Hey kid, my stomach's acting up. I gotta go. Just drop me here. I'll find my own way back." He was looking for a way off the truck, because a few minutes earlier, he'd already texted the guys laying nails on the road ahead to give them the heads up. He didn't dare keep going, scared he'd get caught in the crash himself. "You're fine, just hold it a little longer." "Almost there." I said that and then floored it. Old man Zhao panicked. He started pretending to undo his pants to force me to stop. "Hey, stop the truck. I seriously can't hold it. It's getting rank in here." "Relax, I've dealt with worse on the road. There's tissue under your seat, the portable toilet's clean, but go ahead. Pull over right now." "You went past it." "My place is back that way." The old man could see they were almost at the spot. He broke out in a cold sweat. He reached into his bag and pulled out a small hammer he'd brought along and started slamming it into my window. He went at the passenger side glass, hammered it hard several times, but didn't leave so much as a crack. "Sir, that's double-layer laminated tempered glass. Just had it replaced last month." "Tough as it gets. No need to freak out. We'll be at the village any second." "No, don't go any further, kid. I had someone put nails on the road up ahead." They were almost at the spot. Old man Zhao was sweating bullets. "You put what?" "The combine outside is so loud. Can't hear you." Old man Zhao dropped the act. He leaned over and screamed right in my ear. "I said I had someone mess with the road. Put down nails that'll blow your tires and flip this truck." "Why didn't you say that sooner?" I eased off the gas as I said it, but the truck still rolled right over the nails. And instantly, bang, blowout. The truck plowed straight into a row of abandoned pig pens on the side of the road. Luckily, I'd fitted the driver's seat with a reinforced seatbelt beforehand and was wearing a crash vest. Just a little dizzy. Old man Zhao in the passenger seat, though. The impact threw him forward, and the crumpled front end pinned him in his seat. Bricks from the pig pen flew in and hit him square in the head. He was covered in blood. An absolute mess. "Help me, call someone, please!" Old man Zhao was begging out loud, but he had his own phone right in his hand and didn't call the cops first because he had something more important to handle. Like deleting the texts where he tipped off the guys laying the nails, but blood was smeared all over his face. He couldn't make out a single thing on the screen. Couldn't find the delete button. "On it, sir. You okay? Let me see where you're hurt." I said that and pretended to reach over to check on him, then accidentally knocked the phone right out of his hand. I grabbed my own phone and cranked down the window to call for help. "Somebody help us. Call the cops now." When they heard me calling for help, they didn't come to rescue me. They reached right through the window, snatched my phone, and chucked it as far as they could. They couldn't have the cops showing up. Not when there was a whole truckload of stuff to loot. All those red chilies and looked like a gold mine. Plus, the old man's text said, these were top-shelf goods this time. Could flip them for serious cash. "Ooh, these chilies got some kick." I watched him push through the burn and stuff load after load of chilies into his big pockets. Everyone else followed suit. I didn't try to stop them. The dizziness had me dry heaving. And before I knew it, I blacked out. My part was done. Now it was up to Shu to take it from here.